So this is gonna be a quick profile. This is the build I'm using right now. I'm always changing it up, trying different things, siding out cards, siding in cards. But I did get first place with Blue Eyes Horus Dragoon. And I've been playing a lot of cards like Dragoon and the BLS monster and a few other cards that can be targeted, and playing the deck with a lot of extra deck things that just go on top of each other, like the Galaxy Eye stuff, and then just climb to higher exceeds for free, basically to get a whole bunch of dragons in graveyard, so I can abuse Deep Eyes' effect to burn, and his effect does not target or anything. And if you don't negate his special summoning, that's in one effect to special summon him, and then he burns for 600 for each dragon in your graveyard for a different name. What triggers his effect is a Blue Eyes being destroyed, but everything else, Blue Eyes don't matter. All that matters is dragons. So it burns for 600 for each dragon with a different name in your graveyard. So I stacked the extra deck for a lot of dragons. The main deck has dragons. The Horus card, the dragon, is a dragon. And then his secondary effect triggers once he's already on the field. He targets any dragon in the graveyard. Doesn't have to be a Blue Eyes. Any dragon in the graveyard, and he gains their attack. His defense still stays 0, but he gains their attack. So you can gain the attack of... There's a Galaxy Eyes that you could put on top. Is 4,000. And go from there. So... we'll just go from there. And yeah. So... 2 Blue Eyes. 1 Deep Eyes. 2 Jets. They protect each other. You should know that by now. If you're playing Blue Eyes or looking at this because you play Blue Eyes. And I figured I have ghost cards in here and the collector's rare. The collector's rare of... the quarter century rare of the horror stuff I trade between the decks. Like, I have a set for here if somebody wants to play one Blue Eyes and they wanted to play me, like, and I play with my Arcana Knights, or if they wanted to use my Arcana Knight deck and I play Blue Eyes, so just my decks play each other but with another person piloting it. I have the regular set for one of the decks, mainly the Blue Eyes, because the Arcana Knights is more expensive, so I have 2 sets. But again, I'm not gonna just be here not having to collect dust. And because I got the playmat, I didn't care about winning or losing. I just wanted to go play and enjoy the playmat and playing with people. Which is funny because when I go and play to have fun, I'll be going X1, X2, or winning, and a lot more winning than anything, because my mind frame is like, I'm gonna have fun, I don't care. And when I have that thing, that mindset, for some reason my opponent always bricks, or they be wanting to win but like putting too much into it and they attract the opposite. And I found that to be true. When I want to go and win with a deck, I'm like, I want to go get first place, I want to top, I want to win, and I don't get that because I wanted to win. But when I want to have fun, not caring about wins or losses, and just enjoy my deck and what I get, it's just a positive, different feeling, and I be winning. So it's like, it is weird, but I'm just gonna be having fun. So, and I play what I love and love what I play. So One Abyss, this does so many different things. And his end effect, I like using him to either summon out, bring Deep Eyes to my hand if I want to burn them, or if I have the Horus stuff on the field already, he can search for the Horus dragon. So it's like, even if they manage to get rid of my field or do something, the dragon by itself is beast, and he does a lot of things, and he's a good one-off though. 2 Dictators of D. 1 Maiden. You could always side her out, but there was 1 duel. I just summoned her. I didn't have really anything else. I summoned her and played Secret Village of Spellcasters, and he had 5 spells, and 1 monster. And I'm guessing he was a coming back player, and he goes, alright, summon, attack Maiden. I'm like, Maiden's effect negates your attack? You cannot. He didn't have a monster that did anything. It was just a regular monster. He tried to attack over it, switch to defense, negate, and bring out Blue Eyes. I'm like, alright, we're playing now. I'm like, you shouldn't have did that. But that was his only option, so. Then we got 3 Sage. Also Spellcasters. So my deck is Dragons and Spellcasters, and they go quite well together. Stone. And if you notice, like, like regardless of anything, all the support for the blue eyes are like they're dragons, but all of their support are spellcasters that do something to bring out the. So why not play Secret Village, one ancient, one legendary, and then for the spells, one Dragon Shrine is a good going first card, and I'll switch this out for the one that searches 2 dragons, Melody of Awakening Dragon. And I'll switch this out for, I figured that's a better choice going second, because then you want to bring out your big dragons to do something. 1 for 1. And I love this card going first because I could dump a Blue Eyes and a Stone. So on end phase, since Blue Eyes in graveyard, I will use it to bring out Abyss. Abyss gets me Poly. I can go into Dragoon. And it gets me any dragon on end phase. But if I summon Maiden and comboed with Sage, I could get Blue Eyes and Abyss, get Poly right there and then. And if I have Dragoon, then my Dragoon combo, I could just go into Dragoon or Abyss. The other fusion and so forth. 1 ultimate fusion because I want to try to, once mainly all the dragons are in the graveyard, Jet comes back enough, and then this will just put the 3 Blue Eyes and the alternative to bring out ultimate. And sometimes they never even see that, even though it's their deck. The 1 Poly since Abyss searches it, and that's it for the Blue Eyes cards. Then in this build, I'm running just 2 Sarcophagus, and well, that's why I mainly wanted the playmat too. So I'm also running just 2 Walls and 1 Terraforming. I figured instead of running 3 of these, I can play this. So if I have this already, I can search Secret Village of Spellcasters and vice versa. And this is also like if I have 1 or none, I can play this, and if it's an ash bait, so that Mseti won't get ashed if I have Mseti. So it's like, all right, they have multiple stuff that Ash can stop. I'm gonna play a whole bunch of stuff Ash can't stop. I play one of the big dragons, and this is searchable with Abyss. So whether I have this already or Deep Eyes, I can use Abyss to just search either or, playing accordingly. So if I have the Horus stuff, I leave normally at least 1 on the field, and then if it's destroyed or sent, Horus will activate, and if the spell card's there, he clears the field. If you don't negate his special summoning, once he hits the field, he Dark Holes, same as Abyss. When Abyss special summons, he burns. So this will clear the field, and then with the field card, you draw a card. So I was like, I don't know, just works for me. Might not work for you, but this is my deck, my idea. I've been playing my way. So 3 Msetis, 1 Dofamatet, 1 Hoppy, and 1 Protector. Basically for the horror stuff. So, and I love the dragon. It meshes well with the Blue Eye stuff. So for the non stuff, but it goes to the deck my way. So I play 2 Apprentice, 1 Dark Magician, a Magicalized Fusion. So it's like, even if you got all of them to the graveyard, with the horror stuff, I can play this and just fuse Dark Magician that's in the graveyard with any of the Blue Eyes effect dragons, any effect dragon point blank, to bring out Dragoon. And if I played Poly to bring out 1 Dragoon, I could use this to just bring out 2nd Dragoon. And that's why I kept winning. Most of the Fire King stuff and everything else, they target. So a lot of people stop using stuff like Dragoon and other things because of the other cards that came out that just banished non-targeting and stuff like that. So the fact that I put in a lot of stuff, because now the Fire Kings and other decks are more hindered towards targeting. I have a lot of monsters that it can't be targeted. The Dragoon can't be targeted. The BLS monster can't be targeted. Even if they target one of the horror stuff, that's fine. All the other ones are going to get their effects. So it's like, it's crazy. 1 Secret Village the Spellcaster. And I like running 2 Tiger and 1 Ken. So I like a mini Powder Avarice, and again, Ash target also gives them a monster. And then there's ways, once you do that, depending on your hand, you can poly using him and 2 monsters in your hand. And since they have this monster now, even going first, you can pop this and then draw 2, and you popped him already. So like this makes you dig 3 cards deeper because this comes out of your deck. That's 1 card, and then you draw into discarding 1. So like I said, this is like a graceful chariot. And again, I didn't get these cards for no reason. I don't just collect them, I play them. So it's like you should play what you have. Extra deck, obviously 2 Dragoons, but this isn't his deck, so it's supposed to be Blue Eyes Ultimate first. And I put alternative again. Cannot be targeted or destroyed. So imagine having this on the field too. It cannot be targeted. And then you can just pop 3 other cards. Jet will activate and so forth. So can't be targeted. 2 Dragoons cannot be targeted. Guardian Chimera, if you use poly, cannot be targeted. And this is the card I was talking about. Like if you played Jen, you gave them Ken, and if you have poly in hand, you're basically drawing 5 cards because you got rid of 3 cards with Ken combo, and then if you played poly, you're popping their Ken, using your Jen, and then 2 cards in your hand, and then this would activate, pop, and you're drawing 2 more cards. So that's 5 cards you're digging deep into your deck off of just 2 cards. Just Ken by himself and poly. That all depends on your hands. And since poly's in your graveyard, cannot be targeted. 1 coach. Galaxy, like I said, this deck was meant for dragons. So I'm like spamming out dragons to get more burn from Abyss. And they never see it coming. But now they know. So everybody who knows me is like, alright, we know what to do. So this will be 2. Any 2 monsters will bring this one out. This is the one that you could put on top for free. Full armor, and he's 4,000. So what I like doing is I'll keep doing that if they Nibiru while I'm going up. It's like, okay, I'm still gonna have a jet on the field. I mean, a blue eyes card on the field. So if you pop that, then if I got to this already, that's already this plus whatever amount of blue eyes dragons I have in the graveyard, and so forth. If not, then I'll even go into this one. And also to note, this will take one of their monsters, and then you can go up. This will pop one of their monsters, then this will go up into this for free. This will pop another card face up, and then that's already, you got rid of 3 cards because you took one of their monsters, popped another card, and then since you have their monsters, you can go into Little Knight. And then you're getting rid of a 4th card. And keep going. This is in here. I don't play the Galaxy stuff, but I needed a numbered dragon to play the other card combo, like I said, and I fixed it. So with 97, you need to bring out 2 number monsters that are dragons. So it's like I will use this to bring this out to OTK, but it needed a target. So I'm like, why not go with them? And this is a number dragon. And I could use this own effect too, but I think it's cut in half, but I don't care. It's like it's meant really just to go for that. And if it gets Dragoon or whatever, it's still more dragons in the graveyard. Like these are all dragons. That's a warrior, but these are all dragons. And then just in case you have a stone and you have... It was funny because one time my opponent had 6 cards and they were all spells, and I summoned a stone and linked it away for Enema. It's a spellcaster, and play Secret Village, a spellcaster he couldn't play. So these simple things be winning games, and it's like then the stone activates to search your blue eyes or whatever to the field, and then they scoop. Like they can't do nothing. 1 IP, 1 SP Little Knight, and 1 Blackluster Soldier. Soldier of Chaos can be targeted. So it's like a whole bunch of stuff that can be targeted, and they're easy to bring out. And then if my Horus was already there and I linked them away for this or whatever, if I went into this, the Horus stuff would just come back. So it's like, it's just crazy. But this is the build I'm playing right now. This is the build that I won with. I'm still trying to make it different. And I also want to play. I want to put Blue Eyes Chaos Max in it, but it logically like it doesn't fit in with the deck. Like Abyss would hit the field, I can search the ritual card, and then I can search the dragon. Or if I put in Melody first, I can search the dragon. But I feel like by it without that card, like it just flows well with it with itself. And then the way I play it, like people were like surprised. I'm like, yo, you can do that, and I'm like, yeah. Like the synergy is just real good. And then Abyss searches any dragon on end turn. So if I already have Deep Eyes, I can search the Horus card. So it's like they bridge with each other so well, where they can discard the Blue Eyes to bring themselves out, and then the Blue Eyes bring out, and then they just tag out, and then Abyss on end turn just brings out another dragon to your hand. So it's like it's just amazing to me, and I love that I'm the only one playing it this way. Blue Eyes, Horus, Dragoon, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like my way in is like low key is like a burn deck too. Like I've always loved burn decks. So it's like Deep Eyes burns, Dragoon burns. If you get both of them on the field, you get one burn each, and so forth.